Good afternoon, guys. So you're probably wondering where we are right now, because we're actually in Motegi right now in the Honda Museum, as you can see behind me in the background. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go see the cars now. It's just this zone first. And you're probably wondering, why am I here? Well, yeah, because I have GPR, which is gonna be a really big race, one of the biggest races in Japan. And the winner gets to F4, I think. Really good drivers and a lot of drivers, and still we're driving with the same team again. They also have an OK variant. They're doing road tags and extruded, and then they're also doing OK. So it'll be really fun. But if you compare it to last race in road tags, Suzuka and Senior, then there are more cars. And I just decided to visit the museum because there's basically nothing to do in Motegi, because it's just a quiet town. Only attraction here is the circuit and the museum and stuff. Outside view is really good. You can see all the things here, and then you have the shop, and this is the museum. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna go see the cars inside now. Alright guys, now we're in the museum. This is the first part of the museum. So you can see here, there are books, car models, and more stuff. These are actually not for sale, they're just for display. And here, one of my favorite things in this museum is the Honda NSX. It's actually not a real size, but then this was the concept they drew for the original Honda NSX. But then this one is the latest model, I think. Here we have the shop, which I actually bought home a model of Tamiya. I think it was the F1 car, Honda's F1 car. And these are not for sale, they're just for display. You cannot touch them at all. And then here we have some paintings, and then we zoom back to the cafe again, somewhere there. These are just posters and stuff, and brochures and books. Some people enjoying themselves there. They're just there to visit the Honda Museum. Now this is the entrance of the museum. I actually went back. So here we have a jet. We have an ancient motorbike from Honda, a Formula 1 car, and the Honda S500 or something. If I'm wrong. And here we have a rocket. Alright guys, yeah, we're in the pirate jet right now. Joking, we're actually not flying. We're still in the Honda Museum. I'm just in a pirate jet. This is actually Honda's pirate jet. Not the company, but they actually made a pirate jet in like 2000 something, I forgot. And I'm pretty much into planes. Really good, but then the cockpit is low, and if I stand up, then my head will probably boink. Oh yeah, it really did. So really narrow and tight. I think this is a really cheap jet, so it's not big as the no one like the big ones. So still a jet, and I get to sit in it. Wow. Okay guys, we're back again in the museum after I decided to be crazy a little bit talking about my jet. Think it was mine. Anyway, we should just skip the last part, which is the engine. And we have the Honda's actually first F1 car, but then it's not on display here. I think it's displayed somewhere else. We have the Sports 2000, we have some motorcycles. This is the first. They still have the concept of the bike. This is for farmers, so it's like a tractor, and you can see this Honda engine. Also, I think this is the really actually first motorcycle. This is when they only started selling motorcycles. This is the first one. That's the first one. This is Soshiro Honda's car. He actually co-drove, so he didn't drive this car. It was a Japanese car, I think. And then when moving on to the second bit here, there was the entrance. We can see hallways. Yes, this is the first bike. We're back here again. I skipped that part by accident. It kind of looks like a bicycle though, if you guys can see it. No, it does actually. Yes, and these are another bikes when they start actually selling bikes. You can see from that image over there. Yes, there is engines, tractors, and we're zooming to the engine now here. I know what this is. It looks pretty weird, to be honest. Yes, these are bikes again. Again, bikes. Don't worry, we'll get to the fun bit later, guys. These are a collection of bikes, and we'll get to cars right now, here. This is the Honda sports car, the ever first sports car. Then we have a K-truck. This is the F1 car actually. I feel like this, oh yeah, this is John Surtees' car. He actually left to Honda after he won the World Championship with Ferrari in 1960 something. This is Richie Ginter's car. As you can see, number 11. And then they have John Surtees' cars again in 1968, I think. The first person to win with Honda F1 was actually John Surtees. I don't know what it is. It's probably the 19 something Grand Prix. Yes, but then I'm just gonna ignore that part. Motorcycles here, engines again. You see some really good cars later, but I don't want to spoil it right now, so I'll just let you enjoy this. Mini, oh, I think it's, ignore that. K-cars is the concept. They actually discontinued this and then they continued that again. But we get onto that later. Now we are at 1970 to 1985 part. Moving on, here we have collection Honda CRX, Honda Today, Honda something else high car maybe. And here we have the F1 car. This is actually a concept. I don't think this raced. Here we can see how good the car looks, but then they actually didn't race. I don't know why, because I forgot there's actually a concept car. And here we have another part which about the K cars and the compact cars, F1 concept again. I don't know what that is, I forgot. Here we have engine of the K car. Right, I'm gonna move to DG, shall we? What have we found here? Wow, okay. So this is F1 cars. So this one belongs to Nigel Mansell, who won the World Championship in 1992 with Williams. The reason it is in here because they have to use Honda engines. That's why this car is in this museum, because it says Honda. So I think this is I'll check. It's the F1987. Yeah, this one. I think this is the year Nigel Mansell got a puncture. I don't know. This one actually belongs to a Japanese driver, Nakajima. This also is the Lotus team. Yeah, Lotus actually had a Formula 1 team back in the day. It didn't say any Lotus things, but it says Honda powered again. And this one is the one all of you guys been waiting for. The legendary 1988 MP4/4. This is the car that won the World Championship with, of course, the one and only Ayrton Senna. Where I had a battle with the Langcross and they won almost every races, 15 out of 16 races in that year. Really nice car, and then it's also one of the most iconic F1 cars of all time. This iconic one, which is 1991. This is the year which Ayrton Senna won his last World Championship. His third World Championship since 1988 and 1990 and 1991. That's three world titles for Ayrton. You can see, if you compare this one, it looks really different because of the technology. Honda's most iconic year and the year that all of you guys remember. I'm gonna check out the rest of the museum now. Thanks a lot, Real DG. I'm just gonna explain this for you guys if you can't hear me. We have the 1990 Ayrton Senna car which he won the World Championship, and then we have Satoru Nakajima's car from Lotus, and Ayrton Senna's iconic MP4/4. Here we have Nigel Mansell's car 1987. I actually got the facts wrong in real life. He actually did get a puncture, but it was 1986, so it's not this particular car. Here we have Satoru Nakajima's 1987 Lotus with Ayrton Senna. And speaking about Senna, we have Ayrton Senna's car over here, and that's his car too. And moving on to the boring bit, those are some motorcycles. Yes, this is actually 1990, so he won the championship this year. No, I think this is 1991. Yes, it's 1991. This was not the car that crashed with the Langcross. If I'm wrong, then I'm sorry, guys. Oh, that was 1991. Yes, I was correct, guys. It's 1991. Because he was using the number 1, because 1989, a Langcross won. Zooming again. If you really want to check this out. Motegi Mobility Resort Motegi. There's actually a hotel too, and these are motorcycles. As I said, guys, there's actually a hotels. There's a South Coast, there's a North Coast, there's a museum, a Honda museum. I raced it in North Coast because it was the smallest. When I did Suzuka, I did in something called the South Coast. So I actually got lost there by a little bit of time. Here's my favorite Honda NSX, the red infamous one that Ayrton Senna drove, and that's the NSX-R. And here we're moving to three legends of Japanese cars. We have the Honda NSX from Super GT, that is called JGTC. This is the Accord, and that was the Civic. This was actually the car that won the Super GT Championship. I feel like it was 2006. So you can check the facts if you want, and you can just take a moment to read this. Yeah, so one of my favorite cars in this museum. I really like how the body kit looks. It actually zooms through the engine, so that's nice. No, the cockpit. And this is the first JTC car NSX has, 1990. So they need witnessing that thing this year. So no. And personal favorites of Thai people, Honda S2000. I see a lot of them in Thailand. So you see, guys. Let you know in sessions if you have any of these cars. Please let me know in the comments. That'd be really nice. Here we have this bit. Going back, we have the Integra Type R. So there was actually when Type R, first Type R was NSX, then was the Civic. No, it was the Civic. Yes, this one. Here we have the first collab with Tamiya. So the owner Toshiro Honda actually got to see this in 1967. The parts got flew from somewhere, according to the story. This is another model, but this is the big size one, I think. This is the 1992, so this is the last time Ayrton Senna ever won the World Championship. That year, as you guys know, Williams have something with the active suspension, so Nigel Mansell and Riccardo Patrese was literally dominating the whole field. While McLaren said the same, 2 years later, Ayrton Senna would later join Williams and sadly die at the Imola Grand Prix. You can zoom into his name here. Right, we got Chapter 4 now, so we're going to the latest. And these are robots. I forgot the name. One of them is called Asmo for sure. There's actually one of the highlights of the museum, but then I'm not quite into robots. I would rather use ChatGPT for the rest of my life. Wow, really nice. They actually did robots before Elon Musk ever stepped his hand into Elon robot or something. So Honda was the first one to try the robots. I think it was 1990. So Elon Musk wasn't even started his business yet. Right now you could know robots from ChatGPT or Gemini. In that time, Asmo was like one of the biggest inventions because there was no AI at all. There were barely even Apple phones. And here, another F1 car, Jenson Button's car. He won the Hungary Grand Prix with this car. I don't know if it's the exact chassis, but then it's the same model. And here we have Max Verstappen. Yes, this is his 2019 car. He won the Austrian Grand Prix where he overtook Charles Leclerc in the final corner, and then he won the Germany Grand Prix in Hockenheim. Then he won the Brazilian Grand Prix after he comeback drive. So now I'm gonna pass on to Real Life DG to do the facts because I'm thirsty now. Here, this is 2006. This is the car that Jenson Button, my bad, won this 2006 Hungary Grand Prix. Yeah, it was Jenson's first win too, and then it was Honda's, but they sadly withdrew from racing in 2008 because they couldn't get, but then later they got bought and it became Bond GP who won at 29. And then this is Max Verstappen, guys. Max Verstappen. Yeah, this is 2019 car, so Max Verstappen, he hasn't won a world championship yet. 2019 he won the Austrian Grand Prix and the Brazilian Grand Prix and the German Grand Prix, where Vettel finished second and Kvyat finished third with also a Honda engine. really nicely. This was 2019, then 2 more years later, Max Verstappen became the world champion, as you guys know, and consecutive for 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. No, my bad. Okay, 2023, 21, 22, 23, 24. So that's 4 world championships. 25 he came close, but Lando won. Right, the last part of the museum. I swear we'll get into some driving later. Here's the model of jet. They actually made one. This is only the model because they didn't want to show the big one. It wasted a lot of space. This is actually a movie because this was the old Honda. You can see it looks way different than when I went to it because they actually changed a lot of things. There was a jet, there's a private jet over there too. So I'm gonna get to some driving now.
It's enough now. That's what it means. Enough means enough.
Okay guys, first practice. More like my third practice, but actually first serious practice around this track. Yes, I'm doing the OK start now. In the real race, my coach says no because he said it's too risky. But then watching back, I saw a lot of drivers do it, and if I ever go to race again, then I'm really confident I could do the OK start. But then something that my team actually did a little bit wrong, it's really not their fault, is putting new tires on me and my other teammate. It was really not a good idea because they should have tires in stock like the other big teams. My team is a really good team, but then I just don't think putting new tires on someone who's never driven this track is a good idea. Reasons why this is not good. First off, your money is gonna get wasted, and then second off, you're not gonna get the new tires peak to 100% because you don't have no idea of this track at all. You just waste the tires. It's not a good idea. Maybe you should get like some mid tires. Anyway, skipping it, we almost boom into this guy. He did nothing wrong there. This track the design is really narrow, so it's really risky because first turn is also a really high speed. So if you overshoot that and then someone's out of the pit, then yeah, boom, 1 million yen wasted in damages. The wall, but then if they do that, then people who overspeed will probably go into the wall because this track is really narrow. Yeah, let's have some lunch. Yes, this is the Gran Turismo cafe. You're probably thinking, DG, is it not even near to your track? Track is in Mobility Resort Motegi. It features a lot of things, as I said in the text. It features 4 main tracks. And then there's a museum, the Honda Museum. I went at the start of the video. And then we have the Gran Turismo Cafe, which there's actually nothing about Gran Turismo, and the food is just Japanese food, but then there's some sim to drive in. Even though it's not the best setup, it's kind of set up for new players. And we actually had last session, so here's a bad lap to end Friday. I really regret this because I adjusted too slow to the track because I did Suzuka the week before in Tsunami. I do know how to drive an OK engine, and I do know how to start the kart. That's where I was losing time the most for some reason, because the S's are usually cut for you to cut, but then here it's actually no, you should go around the S. It's actually the way more opposite idea of doing that. So yes, ending the day now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we have another practice ahead of us. No! Okay guys, back for Saturday practice. There's something is gonna happen that will change this weekend forever. I will talk about that later. First, we get to first practice of the session. Of course, I'm on old tires from yesterday, because I don't want to waste new tires in like the first day, because some drivers have not woken up yet, and me. So yes, you see I have to improve my driving massively in the next clip, but we're still off the pace, not a deal. As you can see, the car is sliding on the place, but it's actually not the car, it's actually me. So later I found out in the weekend that I turned in too early. I'm gonna teach you guys a lesson here. If you're sliding, 1, it could be because you're turning in too early, or 2, it's because you're sliding too much or your tires are gone. So you need to make sure, is it the driver or is it the car? You really need to be sure, because otherwise you're gonna go wrong on the setup. Set the car sliding, but it's only me turning it too early, so that's really important. And here we skip to the last session, changing to new tires.
When you go out?
When the green flags up, to just go out the way.
First? Okay. This is the statement. Okay.
Yes, as I said in the description, because you cannot hear some of the people's voice there because I'm wearing my helmet, so and I have a microphone like me now. So yes, we go out, the first driver to go out, because we are new tires and then everybody else has just arrived. But you're gonna see the full onboard later. Here we have turn 1, you have to hit the wall. Try to use the curves in turn 1 and 2. It's really important. Brake really deep in turn 3. Also late again. And then turn 5 is basically full. Try to hit the white lines here and then brake hard. You gotta really ride the curves in turn 6 Euro style. Then these S's are really hard, so you gotta be late. It looks like if you can go in early, but then it's gonna be really slow if you do that. Like 5/10, half a second, and it's a lot. Final corner, just brake it deep, hit the apex. You try to fool this corner. As you saw in that onboard, someone actually spun. That's why it was dust, and that was my best lap too. And something I'm gonna say is, like, I think it's really unfair in my opinion. So yes, after every week they have a scrutineering, so they check the equipment. Yes, I did mine too, but the helmet I was using, I bought in Japan. They said it was for 15 plus, and since I'm 14, I couldn't use it. I think it's really unfair. Because I'm a strong person. And if they're not tired, then it's not their problem. It's our problem. Because if we chose to use this helmet ourselves, then we should get to use it. Because it's not like we're not tired. If you want to be tired, then really unfair. The organization is really unfair, to be honest. I don't want to say anything here, but I just feel like it's kind of unfair. But then helmets doesn't do anything. But then my old helmet, it was really wobbly wiggly around because my team owner actually warned. She said this track G-forces are really high, so your helmet will be wobbly wiggly, and that was exactly what happened to us on Sunday. And then something again on Sunday would absolutely destroy the weekend. So yeah, it's unfair. If they could change that in the future, it would be really nice. But then for me, it's like it's my problem, not their problem, and the helmet choice. So yep, anyways, I'm just gonna go to Sunday. Okay guys, race day, Sunday. The format was practice, qualifying, final 1, final 2. So it's really weird format. But the problem with this format is warm-up is so close to qualifying. So in warm-up, unfortunately we had top 10 pace, but then our car broke down. So in the end we dropped to 16 in that one, and we also had old tires than everybody else. In qualifying I did 2 laps because like my car broke, so my team tried their best to get a new carburetor, but then we just did a few laps. Really unfortunate this happened because I think we had the pace for top 10, and the top 10 was definitely on the cards because in final 2 it was pretty chaotic, and we did some overtakes and there was some crashes, but mainly overtakes. But then in Japan, as I said in my other video in Suzuka, it's really pace dependent. Pace decides everything. Everything in Japan. Pace means everything. So yeah, a bitter end to this weekend. I think we had the pace on Sunday. We fixed all of the spots I was losing on Saturday. Very disappointing to see this happen. But thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. I need this, bro. Okay guys, see you guys later. Peace.